I need to report to you that I was in the desert last week with my son. I was visiting him in San Diego, and both of us are former high-level tennis players. And we went over the mountain from San Diego to Palm Springs to the Indian Wells tennis tournament. Actually, the fifth biggest tennis tournament in the world each year is held in Palm Springs, believe it or not, and all the top players in the world are there. So we went over and we were able to score some good tickets where you could really get down close to the players and so forth. And during the evening session, I'm sitting next to my son, Trevor, and all of a sudden he elbows me in the ribs. And he said, "Dad, don't look now, but you're not going to believe who just walked in." So we had a reptilian sighting at the event. So I want to share with you actual proof of this sighting. And I was actually I was close enough to take this picture with my own camera. And there he is. Can't remember his name. Doors, shutters, Gates. It's the Gates guy. And there he is, a few rows in front of me. And I'm telling you, it took every bit of restraint that I had to stay in my seat. I didn't think this was the best possible moment for the type of conversation that I would like to have with him. And then I started looking around. Of course, there was private security all over the place. But anyway, it was just weird to actually be that close to another human being who could be waking up each day to perpetrating the type of agenda that he is obviously doing in the world.
Foster, I just wanted to ask you, if Bill Gates had been sitting next to you instead of a few rows in front, what would you have said to him?
Oh, God. Wow, great question. Hey, Bill, let's say you already got a Nobel Prize. And then what I would want to know from you is, what are you so afraid of that has you need to control all of life on planet Earth? I think I would have just started at that and then see what he followed up with.
I would have paid anything to be in the seat behind you too, that's for sure.
I got to ask you while you're on, Drew, what would you have asked him?
What would I have asked him? Probably something fairly similar, because I think with his whole depopulation agenda that he and his family have been, just so pro, going back to Planned Parenthood that his parents supported and all of that. I guess I just would ask him, if you're such a great systems thinker and such a great engineer, I would expect that you would be able to come up with some sort of a better solution for supporting life and abundance on the planet rather than reducing the population by 90% or 95%. What would that look like to you if you could come up with that kind of solution?
Yeah, I would have loved to have heard his answer to that one too. And I must say that when I try to look at the bigger picture, to look at reality as what's the truth of what is, I realized that, I guess he had a role to play in the larger cosmic picture to wake enough people up on this planet that we actually get in alignment with natural principles before we destroy ourselves. I don't think he's consciously playing that role, but he's playing that role.